Hey guys, welcome to another Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 5 review. And as always, I got my co-host with me, Rayshawn. And Rayshawn, what can you tell the viewers that where they can find you at?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms, such as Spotify, Apple, and also on Instagram by searching up RGAP2. My name is Rayshawn Gatson.
Also hit that sub button and the like button as well too. And we're on the road of 500 sub and we only need 100 more. So with Boruto Chapter 5, we finally get the flashback that we all been wanting for with Boruto and Sasuke. Unfortunately, I would have liked more of the flashback just to get, seeing Boruto how to learn some of the Uchiha techniques. But I'll do the 12 pages. Unfortunately, with being a monthly release, they can't do that much flashbacks and could have to continue on the story. If it was a weekly release, I believe they could have did more of the flashback. But I'm okay with it. It is what it is. So the chapter starts off with Boruto and Sasuke just chilling right now and he's saying that, yo, Sasuke, how's my Uchiha style? Am I mastering it? Then Sasuke says, yeah, within a year, I was able to teach everything that I know. And then Sasuke tells, you have good talent and are quick at learning things. In general, you are a genius. You have everything in your mind right, so I got nothing else to teach you. But don't take this the wrong way. You still have a long way to go. You still have to strengthen your mind and strengthen your techniques. Just because you already know how to do these techniques doesn't mean you already mastered it. And he's saying that he reminds him of Naruto, especially when he was going that dark path and Naruto was able to save him. But before we get to Cold versus Sasuke and Boruto, what's your thoughts on the flashback as well too? Just showcasing Boruto was able to catch on to things really quickly.
Well, first thing I thought was interesting was that he called his fighting style Uchiha fighting
Yeah,
style. I was
like that.
like, well, that's this. I thought that was an interesting way of pitting it. I wouldn't have called it that because I feel like he fights very differently than most Uchihas that we see. I guess you can kind of say he's fights a little similar to Itachi, but I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Boruto being like a genius and everything, we already sort of knew that like in the beginning because they already told us that he was kind of a genius, but I think it is like crazy that he was able to learn like most of his techniques within a year. I wish they would have. I wish that one they would have kind of made that more specific. Like, does that mean he can do like the
Chidori.
the Chidori, the lightning move? I can't think what that's called. When he says the lightning down,
Kieran?
Kieran, can he do Kieran? Can he do something like black flame techniques? Like, I would love to see like what he actually means by Uchiha fighting, because like in my mindset, I think like Genjutsu, but I don't think he would be out here using Genjutsu in his fighting style. Because I mean, we just seen him fighting, and it didn't look like that. To me, it seemed like he had more of a like the attitude of the Uchiha, but still had that like Naruto s fighting style, low key. But that's just my mindset. But I thought it was interesting to see him training, and also the fact that you can also see that Sasuke still hasn't really all the way bought in that Boruto is a good guy. He's still kind of leaning on the fact that his daughter and the fact that he's kind of seeing Naruto in this kid, kind of keeping him in faith that this kid is a good person type shit.
Yeah, and then one thing we don't ignore either is the hair. It looks exactly like Sasuke. The long hair it gave me vibes of Madara and Sasuke when he was a teenager as well too. So like you just showcasing how much he looked up to Sasuke and how he wanted to emulate everything: the robe, the sword, the way he dresses, even the hairstyle as well too. Which I think was a pretty cool homage.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was interesting that that was the route that he went. I wonder if it was just because I guess they was training and he just didn't feel like cutting. Because like at the end they kind of, I guess they give you the moment where it looked like he cut it at the end, but
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
Then we get the moment. How does Code get that scar on his face? And it's confirmed it was Sasuke. As of right now, I see Code saying, "Damn you, Uchiha, you got my damn eye." As of right now, they're surrounded by all the holograms right now, and Sasuke's telling Boruto like, "Hey, you gotta go. We are not gonna win this right now." And Boruto, just saying that I can't leave my master behind. I gotta be here with you and all that stuff. And Sasuke even confirms that as of right now, we can't beat this guy for now. He's telling him, "So run, and no matter what, survive and listen to your master." And he's saying that if so, there should be no one, confirming right now, there should be no one that can stand against it. It's just confirming that Boruto is the strongest right now. And I love this part right here. He says, "I leave Sadara to you, Boruto," saying that, watch over my daughter, man. If I'm gone right now, her life is in your hands, and don't let me down. And then you see Sasuke using the Chidori with the sword and going after Code and the Cargrimes right now. And then we get the aftermath of that. You see all the Cargrimes on the floor destroyed, and you see that he was captured by the tree. What's your thoughts on that, real quick?
Well, it's interesting the fact that Sasuke get taken out like that. You know, it's kind of heartbreaking. But I like the fact that he still was able to put up a fight and was able to see the situation through. Basically, saying that he was going to lose, but the fact that Boruto still needed to be alive, and I like the fact that he cashed in on his fucking his help. He was like, I fucking help you. You better make sure my daughter no problems. If I don't have no problems type shit. So I think that's kind of funny because you got something that happens later on that makes you think now we got to get a really interesting battle coming up between Boruto and I think this also is funny because when you were saying that, it makes me think one thing. Sasuke did not hit Boruto to badass level. That was Kashin Koji. Coaching Koji picked Boruto on a level where he's talking to Cole, who the fuck is you type of shit. So we might need to give the Senjus back their props low key because I thought it was interesting that he wasn't in any of those the flashbacks. So that means Boruto had to meet him later on after that low key. But this also makes you wonder did Cole know anything about the trees, like them turning them into trees? Because he low key seen it happen to Sasuke.
Mm-hmm.
See, that was something I didn't know if he saw or if that was just happened when he went to the league type shit.
Then we get this cool panel where Boruto's holding Sasuke's sword and he says, "Leave it to me, Sasuke." He was like, "Nah, master," and he just puts the sword away, and everything just looks so freaking badass right there. And obviously, we got the flashback with Sasuke. I'll say within the next, obviously this is for a prediction video, but probably the next 4 to 5 chapters, we might get the Kashi Koji flashback as well too, because we want to know how did they meet. So eventually, we'll get that aspect as well too. You know, all the flashback between Boruto and Kashi Koji.
The thing about that is going to be if he found Toshi and Koji together or if he was still like hurt. I want that's gonna be the interesting to me because I want to know if he already somehow got himself healed up and shit. Like, oh, bro, that's gonna be the most interesting thing. I want to see his training versus the Sasuke's training. If he's just like, what the fuck you been doing?
Then we get a panel where my other chapter 4 review where I said it could possibly be Team 10's captain Mogi, where she was captured under the tree, and you see Kunohamaru saying that she tried to save a mother and child, but it was too late. And then you see Team 10 pissed the fuck off, saying that we will get our vengeance on our captain, which is confirming Mogi. And then we get some dialogue with the Shinjus, confirming a lot of things that, you know, their desire for each individual, which each person they're going after, they have a personal connection with. As now we see Goran, you know, basically he looks like Jinga to me, who, you know, who's basically the captain of the Shinju, saying that the proof of your sensitivity is growing. We're biologically one, but Matsuru, the feeling you seems to be inside of you. And you mean we are a single existence as Shinju, but also in a unique state, having our own consciousness as well too. The number one goal is still to have Boruto and Kaoki still be devoured by the tree. But regarding that, we have our own agenda as well too. And then you see Gurren saying that I want Naruto Uzumaki. So it has me thinking, what personal connection does he have with Naruto? Is he Jigen? Is he somebody from part 1 of Naruto? Or is he part of somebody he knew in Shippuden? Because, mind you, everybody has their own agenda for each person they're going after. So what is it that he wants with Naruto Uzumaki? And then we get Ada. And right now she's watching everything with her, you know, singer again, and just watching everything, you know, talking about, like, why would they want Naruto? Like, he's not even a Sasuke. And, you know, we see the leader saying that, that's right. We are ready as Shinju, but evolving is in a different way. It seems like the instinct is moving us to change as well, too. And then we see, you know, he's right now he's having his, you know, motivational talk with the crew and stuff. He's saying that follow your instinct and listen to the voice inside of you and find your target for each one. And then we see Mugen. She says she wants Kunohamaru. Obviously, they're childhood friends. And then we see Bug watching over Ada. He's saying that, babe, I want you. And then we see, you know, Sasuke, you know, the one that does like Sasuke, question everything. Like, he's like, what are we? What are we doing on stuff? And he's saying that, you know, we're something like, you know, pain when you grow, something that occurs, you know, it's personal growth and something that you will learn, you know, after you find your true identity. And he's saying that, who's your target? And then he says, Sadara. And he looks at him saying, "Good choice." And then you see Bug as well too, just literally talking to Ada while she's in her single ground mode, saying that my target is you, babe. I'm coming after you. And then she drops her fucking shoes in utter shock. Mind you, she's always been had that calm, collect face and all that stuff. And you see Damon like, "Yo, what's wrong with you?" As right now, we get all the confirmation of who their targets are. What's your thoughts on that?
That was interesting when they started breaking down who their targets was and everything. Um, I think the whole Naruto one, I think that dude has to be have some connection to
Yes.
Milwaukee and Jigen for him to have that like obsession. I'm not gonna say obsession, but wanting to go after Naruto. Because one thing low key I would have to think is that he knows Naruto is still alive. So that's one thing I think he has to know for that to be his like prime instinct to go after him. So that the Kawaki getting forced to bring Naruto out is low key being kind of foreshadowed. Konohamaru being about to have a nice little moment because he's gonna have to get powerful to fight these things. So I would love to see Konohamaru have his moment and low key give us a reason to kind of think he could be the next Hokage type shit. So I would love to see Konohamaru have his moment. But I thought it was interesting that your prediction was right of who that person was. Because when it happened, when they showed it, I was like, oh, somebody low key said this. And I'm glad you brought it back up because I was like, who said that? But you did say that. The Ada stuff. I think this proves that those what are they called again? The group,
Shinju's.
the Senjus. I think they are all, or at least that bug dude. His main person he really low key want to go after is Damon. After Ada low key is like is just getting back at him low key type shit. But I think he's way more powerful. I think we finally got villains that are going to be above him because I don't think he's going to be able to stop it. And I think that's low key that what got Ada. But I think it also got Ada because no one's ever really called her like stinging them. And he just low key was like, "Bitch, what do you think you're staring at, low key?" Like, low key got it. So I thought that was interesting. What else I think is interesting is the fact that I think now Ada is gonna low key have to now kind of work with the Leaf a little bit more because now her like protection and like well being is low key might be under fire. Because if Damon gets his ass whooped by these next people, which I think is low key about to happen, I'm surprised nobody brought up Cole. I wonder if Cole's gonna be just scot free now. Like, what is Cole's? What is he about to do? If I was Cole, I'd be like, you know what, y'all didn't whoop my ass for the last 6 chapters. I'm just gonna take a hike. I'm just sit back, watch, come back when I need to. He can low, he come back as a good guy, and everybody be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because I mean, like, no one low key said they wanted to go after them. The one that went after Sadara, I low key don't feel like he's gonna be going to kill Sadara because he's already like low key kind of
Fleshing
questioning
up.
like the Sasuke person. He's low key questioning them. So I wonder how much of like their real instincts gets like into those forms because he out of all of them, I'm surprised he's the one that's like the most well like who am I? What am I doing? Like the one that best friends with Konohamaru, I thought she would be more like that low key, but you never know. I think it might be a situation where they fight where that kind of comes back. And we might get to see that one, the other dude from their party, because I don't think we see him. Because remember, there's three of them. I
Yeah.
can't remember the dude with the glasses, so we might get to see him come back. So
Let's look at the possible matchups, all right? We have Mogi versus Kunohamaru and Team 10, all right? That's one matchup right there. Then we have Bug versus Damon and Ada. That's a good matchup right there. We're gonna finally see Damon go off. And then we have the Sasuke lookalike versus Boruto and Sado, because Boruto is not gonna let her go by herself versus Sasuke, because obviously he might have the Chidori other abilities as well too. And then we have the leader Jiren, who looks like Jigen, who has some personal connection with Naruto. He's gonna go against Kawaki right there. As we're not everything's lining up for this perfect match as well too, but there's two people I'm missing. Where does Mitsuki fall in this battle, and Himawari as well too? Because they're gonna play a pivotal factor in this role as well too, especially Himawari as well. So I want to see where she fits in this, or is she gonna help out Damon and Ada, which I highly doubt because Damon can hold his own as well too. So I'm wondering where those two fit in this battle that's gonna be coming soon.
that's interesting. I didn't even think about them because I guess you would think BC. I think either BC is going to have to realize that Boruto is not that bad, or like he's not that bad of a guy, or that's really his dude, and you go help out. Sakura and Boruto, then you got a Team Seven type of matchup, low key. So I think that'd be interesting. The most interesting one is Himari. I guess you would think she would go help her dad, maybe low key. That would be an interesting breakout for him, like her to learn that her dad's still alive, type shit. So I can see that happening.
All right, then we get to probably my least favorite part of the chapter, and the reason why I say it's the least favorite part is that we get Amado and Simuri just talking about everything that has happened, and we just get Amado just spewing the same things that we already know. He's saying that he implanted the Karmark on Boruto, which is aka Kawaki, to bring back his daughters back to life. And it's just back and forth, talking about the omnipotence and, the reason why he's helping the Hidden Lead, the reason why he's making this Karmark, the reason why he's bringing back his daughter. And then something changes. He's starting to realize that part of his memory was overwritten. The reason why is because the way Kawaki's body is, and he's saying that he noticed that I I built Kawaki. I made his body. There's nobody in this world that has the same knowledge of technology that I created Kawaki. Nobody but me. And he's starting to realize that something's going on, and he understands that his memory was altered, and he's saying that this is the mind of a scientist because I'm the one who made these parts for Kawhi. Only the person in the world that knows these things is me, which I like as well too. He's like he notices that okay, something's going on and something's not right because you see Sai and Shikamaru watching him because he's under surveillance at all times, and they starting to realize that oh, okay, something's going on, and do we believe what Amado is saying? What's your take on the Amado situation? Do you feel like it was repetitive or did you like it?
I really liked this thing because I thought it was pretty good from both my mindsets from both characters being in the scene. Because you got the class rep and then you got a model. And then you basically have a model basically like just saying this stuff. And it's kind of getting the class president kind of like questioning like, does a model know things aren't going the way things are? So she's kind of questioning them, saying pointing out little things about like the mark. Because even when he said that talking about the mark, and he was like, the mark that I made that got my daughter is in the one of Milwaukee, and you see her looking at him, and basically kind of seeing like, is he starting to put this stuff together? So I like that kind of angle of it, and I like the fact that you got a model kind of like being able to see that memories could be overwritten. You know what I mean? Like they're not that these things that like are concrete type of shit. So I like the fact that he was able to kind of break that down. Shikamaru and Sai listening on this, I think this may help Shikamaru, maybe. Because I think he can with that with him saying that now, I feel like he can't take it not lightly. Like you know what I mean? He has to because now you got him saying it, you got Sakura saying it, and you got to kind of think like maybe something might be not the way we're seeing it. But I do think Ada is going to be the person that's going to tell Shikamaru something that's not right. Because once the motherfuckers start coming after her and she see what's his name get dealt with, she's gonna be way more talkative and way more knowledge because Loki, if I'm Shikamaru, I'm mad you didn't tell me that bullshit just happened, Loki. Like the fuck? But I get it.
One thing about Shikamaru, he wants concrete evidence before he assumes that Sada or what she's saying that is the truth. So him watching, Sai and Shikamaru watching, Amado talking to the camera, he's starting to realize like, oh shit, Sada might be right, and something had the memories were altered. So with that being said, I think Shikamaru is gonna use that as concrete evidence and probably have a sit down meeting with Boruto and Kawaki, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And have Ada as well too come in because he's gonna have a sit down meeting before he makes an assumption of what to do with Boruto. With Boruto coming back to the village, which we'll talk about in a few, he's gonna have to have a sit down meeting with all three of them and see like what's going on. Because as of right now, this shit right here is all fucked up, and we gotta figure out what's going on with Naruto and Sasuke, what's going on with these trees, what's going on with these Shinjus, what's going on with Koga. Because right now, the hidden leaf is out of the loop with everything. Right now, they need to come together and figure out this shit out because right now it's getting serious.
That's interesting because I wonder if Kawaki would just break down and say, "Yeah, this is some bullshit. Like I caused this to happen. We're omnipotent type shit." Because like even when Sada was breaking down, like you can have evidence of Naruto, Boruto, Hinata, and Himawari in the same picture. Like these motherfuckers family photo type of shit. Motherfuckers look at that and be like, "Nah." But I do think what everything that's happening now Boruto is going to get more of the benefit of the doubt. I think a lot of people are going to be waiting or wanting to question them, talk to them, versus try to go out of league to fight them type shit. The person that's going to be in the heat of things is Kawaki. Because Kawaki Loki now, you're going to have to kind of Loki explain why you're doing what you want to do. I think what's going to help Kawaki might tell the truth is if Ada tell them that they have a Naruto and they know you got
Yeah.
Naruto. I think that might low key help him be like, you know what, I can't tell what's going on because he's gonna need help. Because I think that's somebody low key big is gonna have to go down next so that we can see the level of threat that is coming. And man, but I am, you know what? I'm gonna say I am mad though a little bit about the Senjus. They stuck almost every person they wanted to go after is in the leaf. Like, come on, we can't go nowhere else. Like, come, like this, like man, nobody like fuck Gara. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus.
Yo, what's your thoughts now? The location? It's the forest, hidden leaf, forest, hidden leaf, forest, hidden. Are you okay with that, or would you rather them expand the world?
Well, Loki, it's kind of hard to see if it's the forest because dimensions. You can just say they keep going to different dimensions and shit. But I would love for them to explore more of the Naruto world, or just to see more characters. I would love just to see more characters act like they know what's going on, because it's like Loki, like is this only affecting the leaf? Like if it is other villages, I'm staying away too. It's like fuck that. You see them fight, they fight some other type
Yeah,
of aliens over here.
yeah.
Let's diplomacy. Like,
We
we
good
don't
over
know
here.
what's going on over here.
It's quiet over here. It's quiet over here. We good.
That's low key. That might be my mindset.
All right, then we get towards the end of the chapter where Sumide and Satoru is talking on the roof again. Once again, talk about the omnipotence, where it's really repetitive towards the end of the chapter. I'm like, let's get to that part already. And then our boy Boruto pops up and he was like, my master trusted me and making sure that I, use my life to save yours. And this shot right here, Boruto looked freaking badass. Just his design alone, and I'll keep saying it again over and over and over. His time skip design is probably the best time skip design in all of Naruto and Boruto. With the chest piece, Karma mark on his chest, the emblems over his jacket, the sword, the scar. It just looks so freaking badass. And then you see Satoru just in complete shock and sadness as well too. She's like, "Yo, I've been holding you down for 3 years, defending your fucking name to the max, where everybody's just looking at me like, how can you defend this person, the person who, killed Naruto?" And she just runs to him, which, was a heartfelt moment. She just hugs him and just like, please just don't let him go, and just saying that, yo, you're late, Boruto. And, right now Boruto says, I'm sorry, and now I'm home. Basically saying that I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying here. And if anybody wants the sauce, we can get it rocking because I'm not going nowhere. Because end of the day, Sasuke said to look over you. And he's going to keep his word and look over Sada. Because right now, the Shinjus, they're coming. And they're coming for their targets really soon. And eventually, once again, the Hidden Leaf is going to get evaded for the 100th time in the past 2 years.
Man.
What's your thoughts on that heartfelt moment and, at the end of the chapter as well, too?
See, this has been a hard one because it was something I was thinking about. Like this was Sasuke. And I was like, do you think he would want to have had a son type shit? And I was like, I don't know. They probably would love to have a son, be able to train the techniques with, you know what I mean? Because I was like, he's not the type of person who will be like, oh, if I get a daughter and he married Naruto's son, we can have the strongest clan type shit. Like the strongest person. Because he have every motherfucker in the low-key in the village low-key. But no, I think it's an interesting thing. I think they're low-key basically showing that that's low key gonna happen. I don't care what nobody say. I feel like that's low key gonna happen. Him coming back, I want to see how that works out low key, but I feel like there's gonna be enough. I think there's enough doubt to get a lot of people questioning Boruto. I don't know if they're gonna go as far as keeping him like confined or anything. I think Ada knowing that the Hydras are after them, I think that's gonna be interesting information. I wonder if she's gonna give that up early because I feel like if she tells them that, they're gonna really start to want to listen to what Boruto has to say because he knows a lot more about what's going on. And also, I want to know what Amado's doing. What the low key. He's low key. Like we see in the last chapter, talking, giving him all this information. He just gone. I wonder if he went after Kobe Kendi. He was like, oh, I got somebody I want to talk to real quick. I'll be back. So that'll be an interesting little conversation or something. Because I think that would really help Amado realize shit ain't going right. If him and Kashikoji can get back together and like get to an understanding, because you know they kind of, you know, because when he left, he did say he wanted to talk to him, so you know how that's gonna go. But I feel like if they can get on the same page, oh, that's a nice combination.
Yes.
Because we talk shit about Amado, but Amado is the same motherfuckers that built all these different abilities from technology. Like Kawaki's body, that nigga made that on a lab sheet. Like he can do that. Like I would love to see Amado more evolved. And I wonder if he's gonna be. I wonder if him getting his daughter back is gonna kind of make him do some crazy shit.
So Boruto coming home, I think Kashikoji followed him to the hidden leaf, and he's like, "Yo, I want to talk to Amado quick." And before they talk, I think he's gonna punch him in the face for doing him dirty like that. Like, my man, you left me out to die, man. You left me out there dry. You over here chilling the hidden leaf. You had a whole backup plan. If I die, you got a whole new home, and I'm just gonna sit here and just get killed by Ishiki. Nah, he's gonna punch him in the face, and then they'll probably end up talking everything now, and then coming up with a plan how to stop, Ko, Shinju, and all that stuff. All right, so before we end it, how would you rate this chapter?
I'll give this chapter a smooth. I'm gonna say 8. I wanted to say 9, but I think it just didn't have like it was a little part where it kind of like didn't keep me like all the way 10. So I'm gonna say 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a worst 7.5, at best an 8 out of 10. The reason why is that the beginning half of the flashback was really good. The middle of talk with the Shinjus, their opponents that they want to go after, their targets, and then we get the Amado. Like, it was kind of repetitive for me personally. Talking about the other opponents. The calm remark and his goal of bringing his daughter back to life, and then we get Satoru Sumidi talking about the other opponents again. So I feel like that part right there was just really repetitive, and then at the end we get the heartfelt moment of Boruto returning home, and having that moment with Sasuke, Sadara, and Boruto. Yes, sir. So for the viewers out there, Ray Sean, can you tell them where they can find your social media platforms at?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms such as Apple, Spotify, and even Google. I feel like Google Podcasts because I just recently put my stuff on there and Amazon. You guys can find me on Instagram at rgap2. I believe all my links will be below.
Yes.
If you like me on here and want to hear me talk about other content, just click on and see what we're about. We're doing a Dragon Ball marathon, and it's doing pretty cool.
Yes, good stuff over there. Also hit that sub, that like button. We're almost 100 subs away from the 500 goal. Cannot wait. You guys make it greatly, greatly appreciate it. And as always, guys, this is Culture Universe.
Before we go, though, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody that's out there, and also Happy New Year's if I don't get to see you guys or get to talk to you guys before then. So,
yes, everybody,
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.